just don't get this. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'll read the rest of these here. First time in history, we know exactly what we're getting when we're buying the game. We know all the content. It's a crazy switch from how games are sold now. That's actually a very good point. I agree with that, Textbook. Thank you very much for the $2. I appreciate that. I'm farming a Chiro mount. It's a pain in the ass. Thanks to keeping me awake. It's pretty hard to do because that's an archaeology mount. Thanks for the $5, man. I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. I'm disappointed with you, Asmon. You haven't done any kind of preparation for classics such as leveling paths, add-ons, checking gear, spreadsheets, etc. What do you mean? Like people, all right. Who cares? I mean, there's no content in the game that's demanding enough that requires a spreadsheet. There's nothing that requires a spreadsheet for me to use. Like, just because you want to over-prepare for Classic WoW. Wait, oh, it's up! Where he be at? There he be at. Okay, here we go. Mount God. Yeah, there's no reason. Like, why? Oh, who cares? Yeah, here we go. Slow leveler? No, I'm going to get 60 real quick, but like a spreadsheet for gear? Like, oh, man. Like, what are you getting ready for, man? It's not a big deal at all. 15 years for a game just to rush through it as fast as possible? That's what people like to do. Some people like to rush through games. Some people don't. For me, personally, I don't... Like, I will probably look at, like, a best-in-slot list, right? And, like, figure out where I need to get my gear. But I'm not going to take this super seriously and, like, get into, like, you know, spell values and everything like that. It doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter. Like, you're wasting your time. You're taking things overly serious just for people to perceive you as being more knowledgeable. It's silly. Don't even worry about it, man. Okay, here we go. It's not really nerd. It's just like people take they take Classic way too seriously, man. Okay, boys, let's get it done. Don Wager got it. Huh, me too. I'm so sick of this fucking game. Every day this happens to me. Every fucking day. And I'm getting tired of it. I'm gonna be honest. I am getting fucking tired of it. People take Classic too seriously. Unless you're PvPing, any PvE content in the game is easy. Compared to the current raids, it's easy. The demands are minimal. The mechanics are nearly non-existent. Anyone who has trouble in Classic WoW raids probably can't even do LFR. The truth is that the game has been much more difficult over the years. It's become much more difficult. There's no need for me to worry about a spreadsheet. There is no need for me to worry about using some rare, weird item with some convoluted, contrived, like, rotation so I can do 30 more DPS. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't. And the best part about it is no one cares. Really. No one cares. Wipe an MC week 2? Listen, if we wipe an MC, that's fine, right? But if we wipe an MC, it's probably not going to be because we can't do the mechanics. It's probably going to be because we don't have the gear, or we're just making mistakes. That's all there is to it. What's this here? I'm gonna read this. You're seriously saying BFA is harder than Classic? Yeah. Yeah, BFA is a lot harder than Classic. Like, the hardest PvE content in BFA is infinitely harder than the hardest PvE content in Classic WoW. Like, yes. There's not even a question. It's not even... it's not even in the same universe. Okay, it's like comparing like an Olympic runner from like the 1920s to somebody today. There's not even a remote comparison. Imagine thinking Mythic Kil'jaeden. Anything in Classic WoW is even remotely as difficult as Mythic Kil'jaeden. I'm sorry to say, but there might be some Classic fanboys out there. Guys, it's not. It's just simply not. Compare Shara's Dungeon Journal to Ragnaros. Can we do that? Actually, that's a good idea. Let's look right now. Classic. Can we look at any of the bosses? Okay, it doesn't show it there. Ruins of AQ. Yeah, it doesn't show any of these, unfortunately. No, that's too bad. Okay, well let's look at Wrath of the Lich King, right? I think that it shows some of these bosses, right? Oh shit, no, it doesn't. Okay, what about BC? What do they show for BC? Nothing really for BC either. Because there are no mechanics. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like, the game is challenging in its own way, but that way is not mechanical difficulty in PvE content. It's just not. And that doesn't mean that the game's bad. Just because the game is easy doesn't necessarily make it a bad game. You can press one of the individual bosses to show the mechanics. No, it's grayed out. You're not able to click on it. BFA is harder to enjoy. Yeah. Yeah, that's the hardest thing about BFA, is being able to enjoy it. No, you're right. I can go through, like, Wowhead or whatever, but I don't really want to go and, like, get into all of that. I think that anyone who, like, unironically thinks that Classic WoW is more difficult than BFA, I mean, they're just dumb, right? I mean, that's really all there is to it. They're just dumb. Okay, where's the thing? Ah, shit, I'm not going to make it. Okay, let me go over to this one. Okay, I don't know how I messed this up. I think I wasn't zoomed out enough to know where the hell I was going. There we go. Okay, we got it now. Perfect. Leveling is easier? Okay, that is one thing that I will absolutely give you. Leveling in Classic WoW is much harder than leveling in any of the expansions, like, after, like, Wrath. Like, leveling is extremely challenging in Classic WoW in a way that it's not with the current expansion. That is very, very true. Just give me 1 second here. Which one of these fucking things do I need to do? Okay, let me go in here. Alrighty. Activate the Amalgamator. Okay, 1 second here. Periodic Destruction. I missed it last week. I forgot to do one. Okay, Magia. Alright, let me pull this up and look it up. Periodic Destruction. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at what we can do here. Alright, we need to get one of these things here. Just give it a second. It's obviously taking forever to load. Have you seen the Maldatorian trailer? No, I don't know what that is. It's more yeah, it's like, it's not really all that hard, right? I mean, Classic is more about the journey. Yeah, it's more about the journey and everything. Like, people misinterpret Classic, and, like, me saying that Classic is easy as me thinking that Classic's not a good game. Classic's a great game, and it doesn't matter if it's easy or not. More mechanics doesn't make it harder. The margin for error in Classic is much smaller. Really? Have you ever done Mythic Star Augur? Probably not. Okay, let's see if I can get this looked up and figured out. Okay, so I need to get Morgia and Small Fire, Great Sand. Okay, Small Fire, Great Sand. Okay, Small Fire. There we go. This is the red one, right? Yeah. And then Great Sand. I'll look this one up right here. And there we go. And now I click this, and it summons them. Okay, here we go. Got him. Fuck yeah. Okay, perfect. Have you ever had to run back from a 40-man raid wipe? Unfortunately, yes. It's very frustrating. But yeah, Classic demands time sync. BFA demands some kind of brain function. Yeah, BFA is more demanding in terms of, like, the mechanics that you need to do and everything like that. And, like, the individual player, like the buttons that you push. You need to push more buttons in BFA. Margin for error, everyone used to click their spells and keyboard turn, click the fuck on. Well, there are some examples, right? Like, example is like Veil. If you're doing Veil and somebody doesn't move out with the debuff, the raid wipes. That's true. But there are so many other mechanics like that in current WoW that they're the same thing. And like, the thing is that there are some things where, like, Veil is hard. One of the big reasons why Veil is hard is because it emphasizes personal responsibility. Personal responsibility makes fights hard. That's why Veil was hard. That's why Elisand was hard. That's why Gul'dan is hard. That's why Mythic Kil'jaeden was hard. That's why all of these other things are hard. Is because they emphasize personal responsibility. Besides that, they're going to be a joke. Maiden of Vigilance. That's another good one right there. Yeah, imagine thinking that the margin for error is smaller than in the Classic than BFA or Legion whenever you've never done Mythic Maiden of Vigilance. Yeah, I wonder what's actually hard. A lot of these people that say these things, they've never actually done a Mythic raid whenever it's current content. They're extremely challenging and they're demanding in a lot of ways, and everybody needs to do it right. Terran Gorfiend. Was Terran Gorfiend really that hard? I mean, like, I don't know. I would say Terran Gorfiend was a bit of a joke. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think that it was pretty damn easy. Wrath of the Lich King has the best balance, you think? I think Wrath had probably the best class design. I like Wrath of the Lich King's class design the most more than any other class design, and the reason for that is Jesus Christ! Okay, yeah, can I get into this one? Okay, hopefully this one's gonna work. Alrighty, hopefully I'll join these other ones too, I might as well. Okay, joining that one. Alright, so I've got 3 that I'm pending. Okay, there, we got 1. Perfect. Some people can't handle having their game be called easy. Well, yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. I mean, like, people derive a lot of self-esteem from being good at Classic WoW. So, you know, you go and you say that the game's easy, they're like, well, wait a minute, that means that I'm not the best.
Oh, dude.
What?